Hi guys. So this practice is a short practice, a really light practice. I'm going to try and keep it to about 30 minutes. That might be hard for me though, so I'll do my very best, 30 minutes. I'm going to do 4 postures, 2 of which are bilateral, so 6 postures really. We're going to move the spine in all 6 of its basic directions, little relaxation, and then a little meditation. And this practice is for you, Leslie, so I hope you enjoy. We're going to start with a spinal extension, very light spinal extension. We're going to use some support, and I'm using cushions today because I think maybe not everybody has a bolster at hand, but we can improvise. We can use cushions, or you can use pillows, anything that you have here just to give you a bit of support so you can open your chest. I'm going to put a blanket under the back of my head so I have nice open space around the base of the skull. I'm going to come over the support here, so make sure that you lengthen your spine as you come over your support. Take the legs a little bit wide, and then also the arms are wide with the palms of the hands facing up. And we feel that we traction out very gently through the frontal space. The belly feels open, the rib space is open, the chest, the collarbones are wide. In the back of the body, the shoulder blades are wrapping around, draping around the support, around the bolster. You're opening the fronts of your shoulders and your chest. It's a lovely position, especially if you've been sitting a lot, especially if you've been at your desk maybe, or kind of collapsed on the sofa for a while. So it's a nice counter for all of the sitting that we do. And just observe your first conscious breath, a long inhale. And a long exhale. And from that first breath, we start to turn inward. We start to let go of our distractions, of our thoughts and our worries. We start to release our tension. Physically, the body softens. Gradually, the inhalations become more spacious. You feel the body opening around the inhale. And as we exhale, we feel the tension sliding away from the body. The eyes are closed. The skin around the eyes, the forehead, the jaw relax. And we're just going to take 5 more breaths here. Try and observe each phase of the breath, the inhale. Very slight delay at the peak of the inhale. The exhale. And then maybe there's a slight pause at the end of the exhale. It's worth noticing where your mind is and maybe guiding the attention back to your breath if your mind is wandering. And just taking one more breath here. We bring ourselves out of the posture very slowly. So it's important that we remember not to hurry or rush. If you're doing a short practice, it's much better, I feel, to do a few postures for longer than trying to cram in lots of postures for only a breath or so. So that's maybe worth bearing in mind. Pad the feet for this next posture so that you don't feel any hardness under the outer edges of your feet or your ankles. You can turn the blanket under so you have a bit more padding. You can use your cushions underneath your legs. If you find that the external rotation is maybe a little bit much for your hips or your inner leg lines. Alternatively, you can use the cushions here for support underneath your head. So experiment a little bit and find what feels better for you, and then come into the forward fold. So this is spinal flexion. We feel as we come into the posture that we open the lower back, the lumbars. We open through the middle back and into the upper back, the thoracic spine. And as we let the head go, we release the neck, the cervical spine. Feel space around the base of the skull, around the occiput. And we just relax into the posture. Be sure that you're not pushing or pulling. There's no striving in this posture. After a moment or so, it's maybe worth just lifting and lengthening, drawing the heart forward, seeing if you can tease out a little bit more space. Inhale and feel buoyant on the inhale. And then exhale and allow yourself to release. And remember, again, you're not pushing or pulling. And providing you're relaxed here, you'll feel the fluctuation of breath. You'll feel a little bit lifted by the inhale. And you'll feel yourself dropping as you exhale. I'm exaggerating a little bit with this movement, but there's a sensation of being slightly lifted on the inhale, on the expansion, and then slightly dropping on the exhale, on the release. And again, we'll just take 5 breaths here. Breathing into your lower back. Into your back ribs, and allowing the breath to spread into your side ribs, your side body, lateral space. Allowing it to come up and behind your heart, between your shoulder blades. Just letting the weight fall from your shoulders, the tension from your shoulders. use the hands to help you come up, to restack your spine. And just notice there how you're feeling. We come back to supine for the next two postures. A bit of padding under the back of the head is nice. And we come all the way down and onto our backs. We take the legs wide. And this is a lateral stretch, so it's a side bend. We're going to open the right side first. So you take your legs wide, a little bit wider than your mat, and then your right leg comes over to your left leg. So you start to create like a crescent shape or a banana shape. You put your left ankle on top of your right. That just helps to hold that right leg in place. We have a tendency here to lift the right hip, the right buttock a little bit. So there's like a partial twist. Try and drop that right half down and lift the left hip, buttock out from underneath you a little bit. And then if that feels okay, you take your right arm up, you bring your right wrist into your left hand and you just draw a little bit over to the left with the hand. So you kind of complete that crescent, you complete that banana shape. Now if this is too much for your shoulder, if it means your arm is up in the air, you need to take the arm lower and find a place where the posture's sustainable with energetic alignment. You don't want to feel any pinching around your shoulder at all. So again, you experiment a little bit, find a comfortable place for the head to rest. And then feel that you're breathing into this right side, into the waist. So you're opening space around your ascending colon, into your ribs, really opening up your right side lung space and releasing tension from those intercostal muscles between your ribs, and up towards the armpits, so around the lymph glands here. And again, it's just 5 breaths for today. When you've learned these postures, and it's very, very simple, this practice, you can, of course, create a slightly longer duration, a little bit of a longer practice. So feeling space in the right side as you inhale. Feeling where the tight spots are and directing your breath into those tight spots. Feeling some of the limitation and the holding rinse away as you exhale. Good. You can, when you're ready, come slowly out of the posture, so just releasing maybe the arms first, and then bending the legs, the left leg and the right leg, and just coming back into the centre, and you'll feel some afterglow, some residue from that posture in your right side. Often we feel the intensity in that posture as we come out of it rather than while we're in it. You can, again, straighten the legs down. Make sure the legs are wide. Bring the left leg over to the right, and then the right ankle on top of the left. The same with the arms. sweeping over, making your crescent shape, making sure that you drop your left shoulder and your left hip. And just lift the right side out a little bit so you feel that your sacrum is flat to the floor. And then breathing into the left side. So flushing breath and energy around the descending colon. Into the left side, breathing space, lung space. Getting the left side ribs open. Breath coming into the left side. Armpit and shoulder, chest. Notice how you breathe in. Refining the breath, so smooth and even inhalations and exhalations. Sighing when you need to. And we tend to feel a little more let go through the sigh. Good. Again, it's the arms that we release first. Might want to roll the head, just check in with your neck. Bend the right leg and then the left leg. Then bring yourself back into the center. So we notice how we feel that the sides of the body maybe feel a little bit different. And then we think about taking a rotation, a spinal twist. We're going to open the right side first. So we'll maybe put the hips a little over to the right and extend down for this twist your left leg. And you might want to use your cushions here to drape your right leg over. So you're coming over towards your left side, your right leg comes over your support, but then, and this is important here, we want this shoulder to relax down. Now, if this shoulder is hovering, there are a couple of things you can do. More support here, so this leg is a little higher, will reduce the intensity of the twist, so maybe then the shoulder will drop down. You can also bring your arm much lower, so if you have an injury here or an issue with your shoulder, you might just want to rest your right hand on your right side ribs. So it's a nice, easy position for the shoulder. If it's okay to take it further, the arm out at shoulder height or even up high is fine. But again, you're looking for this energetic alignment through your shoulder and your chest. You're not hanging on your tension. There's no sensation of pinching or blocking or numbness in your arm or your shoulder. You find the sweet spot for your head. We have a tendency to turn the head into the twist. Make sure you're not overdoing that. You don't want to bring stress into your neck. And again, it's just 5 breaths. The eyes can close. Relax the eyelids, the skin around the eyes, the eyebrow centre, forehead. temples, the jaw, around the mouth, the lips, the tongue in the centre of your mouth. Be sure that you're not pressing your tongue into the roof of your mouth or the back of your teeth. Again, you breathe space into the tight spots, the areas that feel restricted, maybe the shoulder here, the armpit, maybe the ribs, often the back waist. And lots of sighing and releasing if that's what you need to do. When you're ready, you come slowly out of the posture. It's always good to take a moment after each posture so you can kind of feel the residue of the posture in the body. You can maybe make a note of how each posture leaves you feeling. And then we do the other side. So the right leg straightens. Bit of support again for your left leg, as little or as much as you like here. And really check your tendencies to strive. Some of us will resist using support here. We maybe feel that a fuller version of a posture is better. Often it isn't better. The version of the posture that allows you to release as much of your tension and holding as possible is best. And often that means using some support. So the body is, again, kind of comfortable and drawn into that feeling of relaxation. So you can close your eyes, relax into your support. Sigh if you need to. Check in with the neck. And we notice any tight spots in the body. We become sensate, and we really notice the way the breath is moving through the body, the way the inhalations can open up around our tension. And the way the exhalations allow us to soften and release, let go of some of our gripping. You check your neck. And again the face, eyes, jaw. when you feel that you're ready, and again, if you feel that you'd like or you need to be in these postures for a little bit longer, feel free to just extend the durations a little bit. Bring yourself back into the center. And just draw your knees in so that you equalize your spine. Maybe squeeze just very, very gently. A little hug inwards. Maybe a little massage left and right of your spine. And then just briefly coming down and into Shavasana. We have some support, so maybe bring that underneath the backs of your thighs. Sometimes that feels much nicer for the lower back. Check the alignment in your neck, your elbows away from your side body, and the palms can rest at your sides, palms up, or if you prefer to turn inwards and connect to your breath, I think this is okay as well. And just feeling that your inhalations are nourishing. The exhalations, they wash away our worries, our thoughts, distractions, as well as our physical holding and tension. You feel the shoulders drop, the back body is settling into the ground, softening the face, the forehead, jaw, again be sure that the tongue isn't pressing into the roof of the mouth or back of the teeth. Slow, audible sigh. It helps you to release the last of your tension. Now, you can feel free to stay here for a bit longer. If you would like to come up and take a few moments in a seated meditation, you can. If that's going to feel difficult for you, if it feels challenging to sit for duration for meditation, then certainly stay as you are, stay here in your Shavasana for a little bit longer. If you're coming up, Try and disturb yourself as little as possible, maybe just turning onto one side, taking just a brief pause there, and then bringing yourself very, very slowly back up to sitting. More than ever, we need to be comfortable here. So pad the feet if you feel that that's helpful. You might even just tuck in a little bit between the foot and the legs to make things more comfortable. You can support your pelvic alignment if you need to with a block or maybe a cushion, whatever you have to hand. You look for vertical alignment in your pelvis, so the weight drops down into both sit bones. And your hands can be wherever you're comfortable, so on your knees or your thighs, or if you prefer to connect to your breath through your hands, you can bring your hands onto your body here. And really feel here, feel the way the energy rises on your inhale from your tail towards your crown. This is prana vayu. Equally feel the way the energy moves down as you exhale into your roots, creating a feeling of stability and grounding. This is apana vayu, the grounding force. You relax the shoulders, pull the chin in just a little bit and look into the lower lids, so we're looking inward. We just feel the quality of each breath. Our meditations give us quiet space, opportunity to center ourselves, to cultivate awareness, and to accept what is and all that we are. Respond to your distractions gently and patiently. So when you notice that your mind has wandered, you guide attention very gently back to your breath. And certainly try not to react harshly to our distractibility. So there is no impatience or frustration. Just kindness and patience as we return to our breath. When you feel ready, take a deeper breath in, and with that breath you can expand your awareness. When you're ready, you bring your hands in front of your heart. Take a small bow forward just to close your practice. Thank your body for your practice, your breath for guidance. Slowly up. Namaste. Have a lovely day. This one. Shavasana as Arika.